Hey everyone's Jackal Wolf back in Feed the Beasts Stoneblock 3 with another tutorial Let's Play video. Now if you've been following along, you know that we are working our way through the quest book. Last episode we built ourselves a millstone. We used that millstone to crush some gravel. That gave us some iron. We used that iron to make a cauldron. We used that cauldron to make some water. Now the reason that we want water is that it's going to be very, very useful in our world going forward. We're going to need it for some initial power when it comes to create. We're also going to need it for some cobblestone generators, but most importantly, we're going to need it for some clay. Now, clay is going to allow us to get into the smeltery, but I've also got a little bit of a problem here. I am constantly running out of food. That is because I do not have a good food source. Now, I could use that water to set up a traditional farm, but Stoneblock 3 actually has the botany pots that comes with that hopping bonsai pot option. So that means we can set up something a little bit more automatic that's going to be working in the background for us, rather than me having to go constantly back and manually farming up all these items. But to do that, we're going to need a bunch of clay. To get clay in our world, we're going to have to make this dripper. This is going to allow us to convert certain blocks into different versions of themselves. So the one that we are looking for is going to be the water, the dirt, and the clay. There is a couple of other options here where you've got the compressed dirt. Doesn't go to compressed clay though, it actually goes to compressed sand. But before we get started, now would be a great time to click on that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. That way you're alerted every time I post a new video to my channel. Also, if you're enjoying this content and you want to support, click on the join button down below. Check out all the perks I've got available for my community members. Alternately, you can check out my Patreon page. There's a link down below in the description. But enough about that. Let's get back to the video. So our first step towards creating clay is we're going to have to make ourselves a dripper. Now, this is a little bit of a random process. It potentially can take a little bit of time. So I'm going to make 6 drippers here so we can do multiple blocks at the same time. To make a dripper, it is 4 sticks in a crafting table with 1 wood button and 1 wood slab. Now, for these to work properly, you're going to have to constantly be filling them up with water. That's why I recommend placing them near your water source. So I've kind of expanded my little fountain area here. I've got 6 spaces here to match up to the 6 drippers that I've got. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and there is another loot bee. Are you worth it? Right there. Let's go after him. Oh. Well, I didn't get it that time. Well, I am a little confused there. The last time I had a loot bee, I wasn't even on it and it ended up dropping those items. Unless maybe it drops them at a certain point and I just got lucky? I don't know. We're going to have to figure that one out in the future. I'm a little confused. It did not react the same way it did the first time. Regardless, what we got to do now is we've got to fill up these drippers with water. That's why I built it next to my water source. Let's go grab a bucket of water. We're going to start filling these up one at a time. Now these do take up to 4 buckets of water. I'm going to fill them up with 2 for now. There's no point in me doing more than that. And you can see I'm already getting some conversions. So let's go grab that block of clay, replace it with some dirt. That block of clay, replace it with some dirt. Now each botany pot is going to require about 6 blocks of clay. 5 of them are going to be converted into terracotta, and then you're going to need 3 bricks to make into a pot. All right, so this should be the last one. This is going to give me 12 blocks of clay. That's going to be enough for 2 botany pots, which works out because I've got enough iron on me for 2 hoppers, which is another component we're going to need for the hopping botany pots. So let's take these clay balls. We're going to go make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's going to be enough for 1, but like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's going to be enough for 2. And then we're going to pull out the rest of that clay. And let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 clay in there for the 2 pots. And then down below, we're going to throw those blocks in there. That's going to get us our 10 terracotta. You may notice that I've converted our regular coal into mini coal. This is a much more efficient way of smelting where each mini coal will cook 1 item only. So you're not actually wasting a full block of coal to do like 1 or 2 items in your smelter. So while we're waiting for that to cook up, one of the other components that we're going to need is a hopper. To make a hopper, this is just the vanilla recipe, 5 iron in a crafting table with 1 chest. I'm going to make 2 of those because that's how many pots we're going to make. All right, and there you go. That is our 10 pieces of terracotta. To make a hopping botany pot, we're first going to need a pot. So that is the 3 bricks in a crafting table in that bucket recipe. We're then going to take those pots, we're going to put a hopper, and then 5 pieces of terracotta in a V shape. That's going to get us our hopping botany pot. We're going to go throw those into our inventory. We're going to come back over to our little area here. Now I've kind of set up a little bit of a chest over here. You can do a lot of different setups. Depending on what you're growing, you can even set it up to automatically cook those items as well. All I'm worried about right now is getting a little bit more food in my world. I can streamline it a little bit more later on. So I'm going to take those hopping botany pots. We're going to go put 1, 2 on top of the chest. Now I'm just going to go right click on it. You can see we've got a couple of different areas here. We've got a dirt spot down at the bottom, and then I'm going to go throw the potato in that, and then over on this other guy here we got a second dirt spot. Let's go throw a carrot in that one. You can grow trees in here. You can grow a bunch of other things. This is another good way of getting some, extra wood in your world, so you're not constantly having to go grow more trees. So these are a very, very handy resource to have in your world. Now you can kind of watch them grow up a little bit. There's no real progress bar telling you how far along they are, but they do take a little bit of time to grow up. This is one of the reasons it's nice to have this kind of going in the background. But there you go. So that potato was done. We'll just go watch that carrot. There you go. The carrot's done as well. We can open up that chest. We've got 2 potatoes. We've got 1 carrot. That's going to be some food for us going up forward in the future. Now, we got a quest reward off of that. That's the dripper. Let's go random reward. Magmata starter and magmators. So this looks like it's from the Powwow quest line, and you know what? There we go. Something that's opened up recently. This is something we were going to have to make. It looks like it is part of a magmatic generator. One of my favorite things in the world is a magmatic generator. This one looks a little bit more complicated, which is kind of cool. I'm looking forward to getting to that one. I'm not going to claim that reward because technically we haven't done it. I'm a little disappointed we got that, given to us. But you know what? That's just the nature of the game. But you know what? That's going to be it for this one. Now that we've got some clay in the world, I'm going to spend a little bit of time doing that. We'll be able to come back, start doing our smelting over here, make ourselves a cobblestone generator, do some more of the create stuff. And we are getting pretty far, getting pretty close to finishing this first page, which is going to be really, really cool. And then from there, we've got some storage we can work on, some miscellaneous we can work on, and a bunch of other tabs here to take a look at. So lots more going forward. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.